No, that's wrong. Dixie Diamonds 166. Metz, Isabella Falls, Dixie, 9:04 p.m. Joey and Pilatray sat in silence as the Renault traveled southeasterly, taking them towards the university on D955. Passing over the railroad tracks northeast as he gathered Metz V, Pilatray whispered, "A dozen tracks leading out of the city, but none for us. I'm sorry to have involved you in this." "What?" Joey replied immediately. "This is the most exciting thing that has ever happened to me. I am confident that things will turn out well, and to say that I'm experiencing fascinating new things is a gross understatement. How many undergraduate students get a tutorial like mine? Incredible!" Looking towards Joey, Pilatray shrugged and said, "Unless we get blacklisted." "Ah!" Joey said with a smile. "My teacher, Robert de Baudricourt, predicted I would come to a bad end. We may prove him right." "Baudricourt?" Pilatray asked. "Admit, I don't recognize that name." "No," Joey said with a laugh. "At École Primaire. He was my science teacher. I politely told him that he had been mistaken when he marked one of my exam questions wrong, and he laughed at me. He became very upset when I did the proof for him in front of the class and demonstrated that I was correct. I was 9 years old at the time. I have learned to be more circumspect in order to spare others needless embarrassment. But," she concluded with a shrug, shaking his head and chuckling, Pilatray whispered, "Well, we know what they say about soaring like an eagle when surrounded by turkeys. What are your plans for the day?" "I'm afraid I don't feel like celebrating, so I will likely just stay home." "Pardon?" a perplexed Pilatray replied. "Oh," he said, laughing out loud. No, not tonight. If you have no other plans, I could use some company. This has been a very difficult morning." "Ah," she replied, turning towards him and patting his hand. "It certainly has. That is fine. I have nothing urgent for the day. We are coming up on the cemetery. Do you ever visit?" "Pardon?" No. Do you?" "I do. I visit ours as well as others when I travel. I find them fascinating." "Too morbid?" "Perhaps," Pilatray said with a smile. "I prefer Lacharan and the woodlands to the northwest over city streets or cemeteries." "Oh, yes," Joey said, nodding and smiling. "Visiting there is lovely, but I find the quiet of cemeteries different than that in the woods. Not better, just different." The driver said, "We are approaching the university. Continue on to Lacharan." "Yes," Pilatray said, waving his hand dismissively from the wrist. "We would like a stroll around the lake," adding, "Thank you," as an afterthought. The driver nodded once, then continued driving in silence.